Gamers, welcome back. Dragon Age Origins episode 58, I believe, is what we're on. Let's read our synopsis, shall we? Let me get rid of these. These are ugly. We'll keep one autosave, but these are I can't. Yeah. Ain't gonna fly, chief. Alright. You've entered the city of Orzammar, which is in turmoil. The throne stands empty and the assembly is deadlocked, unable to decide between Prince Bhelen, Aeducan, and Lord Harrowmont. The city is tearing itself apart over the crown, and there seems to be no one willing to be or able to hear your plea for assistance. So yeah, we got to Orzammar. There's some kind of civil unrest. There's a fight for the crown. The old king has died, and his son, the Prince Bhelen, believes he should be given the throne. And then this guy, Lord Harrowmont, the king's right-hand man, believes that he should be the king because he was the only person there when the king passed away. He's saying that the king said he should be his successor. People are like, that's bullshit. There's a big, there's like a rift, right? And we have to choose whose side are we on. I don't know right now. I still don't know. I said last time I would do some research. Didn't really do too much research on it. I kind of forgot. So I want to go talk to more people in the town and try and figure out what's going on and who are each of these men and what are their morals, what do they stand for, and whose side am I going to be on? Because I still don't know. I would like to know more. Oh, and the game crashed. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, gamers. There we go. So last time before I logged off, I adjusted the settings to see what the game would look like in high graphics. I'm going to go ahead and show you too, just to see how different it looks when the game is in high graphics. But the game will just constantly crash when I keep it like this anytime we're trying to load into a new area. So it's not gonna, we have to keep it in low graphics. It has to be the lowest on everything. I don't know why. It's not my computer or anything like that. It just, the game will crash. It's an old game and I don't know, we're not playing this on Battle Pass. We're playing this through the Steam client itself, and it's known to be a pretty janky piece of yeah, so it looks great in high quality like this though, huh? Look at Alistair's armor. We actually don't look as bad, but we can't have it like that. It has to be in very low in order to actually play the game, which looks like this. So, all right, let's continue on, shall we? See if I can go talk to some more dwarves and get some more insight. So far, I was leaning towards Prince Bhelen, I think was his name.
You do not truly think I look as my mother does, do you?
Have you really been thinking about that all this time?
I am simply curious.
And not insecure in the slightest, I'm sure.
I think I look nothing like her.
I don't know. Give it a few hundred years and it'll be a spot-on match.
I said that I look nothing like her.
All right, got it. Totally different. I see that now.
He's got away with the ladies, man, I'm telling you.
Now that's a thing of beauty, daughter. If you work hard like Branka, all Orzammar will know your name.
Mother, I don't want to be like her. She...
Don't say that. Not to me, not to anyone. Now get back to the forge. I want to see more details.
Yes, Mother.
They must be part of the blacksmithing caste. This is interesting. The Paragons code. An explanation of the Paragons. The Paragons. As I studied among the dwarves, I became aware that their social system was as rigid as the stone that surrounded them. From the lowest servant to the king of Orzammar, each dwarf has a caste, a rigid social standing, which dictates what he may do and how he may do it. What fascinates me, then, was that the dwarves, stubborn and proud as they are, have built in a way for even the lowliest dwarf to bypass the caste system and reach prominence. Any dwarf who has made an achievement of significance can be named Paragon, elevating that dwarf above all others. To become a Paragon is to be recognized as essentially a living ancestor. Your words are considered ineffable, and the dwarves liken you unto a god. Your family, those you chose to ascend with you, become the founders of a new line of nobility. Indeed, every existing noble house among the dwarves traces its line back to a founding paragon. It's a rare thing, however. In my visit, I learned that only one paragon has been elected in generations, the smith Branka, exalted for a discovery of smokeless coal. I met the paragon Branka only once during my stay, and I considered it an odd occasion indeed. Surrounded by those of her house, this ill-tempered woman was draped in the finest clothing and jewelry, and was obviously revered even above the highest nobles, perhaps above even the king. Yet she seemed to enjoy none of it. The burden of being a living legend is great, it appears. Statues of the Paragons are found throughout Orzammar, though nowhere is so predominantly than in the Hall of Heroes, through which one passes on entering from the surface. It's a breathtaking sight to behold, great works of stone all seeming to hold up to the ceiling. It's meant to impress upon visitors to Orzammar of all who have gone before, I think. It's also meant to remind the dwarves going to the surface, and thus abandoning their brethren forever, of all they are leaving behind. Interesting. So basically you become a paragon when you're just really good at stuff. Codex and explanation of the Paragons. Paragon Garl and Paragon Hrilden. There's quite a few Paragons. Ortan. Lantenna.
As you wish.
Interesting. Can you tell me anything about
Leave me.
Okay.
Bread. Show some pity for a poor old man.
They say the darkspawn have left for the surface.
No one in here wants to tell me any more about the choice. Okay. Okay. Captain of the guard.
Yes, Warden. What is it? Yes, you should.
Dagna.
You're back? But it takes 2 weeks and 4 days minimum to make the journey to the Circle Tower.
I don't even know that. That's quite impressive.
And just a little disturbing.
Why do I get the feeling charting routes to the Circle Tower is one of her favorite hobbies?
I'm guessing you haven't left yet.
I'm not leaving Orzammar until this election is resolved.
Well, I've waited 19 years. Another month won't kill me.
I like you, Dagna. Janar's armor. Janar.
A Trust Valar, stranger. Here for armor or conversation?
Janar, do you have a daughter named Dagna?
Has she been bothering you? It's a whiff of surface stink, and she's like a cave tick. Won't let go.
No, she hasn't been bothering me.
Good. Well, let me know if she does trouble you any.
I don't want to tell on her. Are you part of the Smith caste?
I, for 100 generations.
Yeah, he'll never let her
father
leave.
made his name by inventing a fold and tacit, which were integrated into the
He told us
cuirass.
this.
But, I'm guessing by your face, you're not a smith yourself.
And I'm not. You know anything about what's happening with the king?
I stay out of politics. It's not good for a smith to get the attention of those who grant vendors licenses.
I know we've heard
Lord
this stuff,
Harrowmont's
but
a fair man. My father did business with him, and he always paid on time. But the Aeducans have served us well. If it is the ancestors' wisdom to keep them on the throne, I cannot object.
the Aeducans. I mean, so far I'm leaning towards Prince Bhelen.
We also take items on trade.
I think I'm just gonna, rock for Bhelen, and I want the Dalish longbow for myself. Ah, no, I actually want to keep that for... I think, Liliana. The Rock Knocker. Hell of a name. Well, thanks, Janar. Or Janar. Yeah, I'm gonna just lean towards Bhelen, I think. Out of what I do know, that's what I like. It's a nug. You wrangled the nug into a box, ready for delivery. What I do know is Bhelen is more of like this brash kind of, not afraid to be violent to get what he wants. Leader, and I mean he is technically who's the rightful successor. And I know Harrowmont, he's a nicer person, so to speak, but he's also more along the lines of like keep the rich rich, keep the poor poor kind of guy. I'm more of a fan of let's mix things up, let's, you know, change societal things that are not working. And clearly in the system they have a lot of homeless and casteless dwarves that still have value. They should be used.
Lord Harrowmont is the voice of tradition and stability. Lord Bhelen is the voice of anarchy and ruin.
What's the crier have to say?
I just get paid to speak the truth. If you have an issue, speak to my employer.
Look, buddy, I just get paid to speak the truth. Lady Dace?
This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory.
Legion of the Dead Warriors secretly wear Prince Bhelen's colors. Our prince has Orzammar's deadliest warriors behind him.
Was it the Royal Palace? No. I think it was the Assembly, no? It was the Chamber of the Assembly is where Bhelen was. Vartag.
I hope you're not wasting my time with more dithering. The choice I gave you was clear. If you want Bhelen to support you in your surface war, you'll have to help him take the throne.
I'll do whatever I need to.
Excellent. I have the promissory notes right here. Just take them to Lady Dace and Lord Helmi, and show them Harrowmont is not as honest as he claims. Lady Dace doesn't leave the quarter much, but Lord Helmi's adventurous, likes to spend his time at Tapsters in the Commons. Remember, don't tell them you got these papers from me. You learned of them and drew your own conclusions.
Right.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the surface trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Damn.
Dashers, lords and ladies of the Assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Bhelen's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace. Enough.
Damn.
The Assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
What did I just witness? The Assembly Steward Bandalore.
Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the Assembly of the Clans. Only dashers and occasional guests of state are allowed in.
You don't recognize the Grey Warden.
Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the gate guard. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne.
A blight is coming.
Troubling, but it will still seem distant compared to the empty throne. The assembly is blind to all else.
Is there any way I can break this stalemate?
I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Bhelen or Lord Harrowmont, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
Right, well, we'll just have to get close to Bhelen then. We'll deliver these letters.
Legion of the Dead Warriors secretly wear Prince Bhelen's colors.
Lady Dace.
What do you want? Ah, I suppose you're the Grey Warden everyone's talking about.
You might want to look at these papers.
Well, this isn't exactly a surface broadsheet. Where did you get these? Never mind. It is true enough, but there's nothing I can do about it. This deal was made on behalf of our entire house. Only my father can revoke it.
Where is he? I'll bring these to him.
He is leading a deep roads expedition, trying to secure an ancient thaig. It's unlikely he'll be back before the election, but perhaps this vote is important enough for you to brave the tunnels to tell him? The Dace family would be in your debt.
How would I know where to find your father?
He was searching an old Aeducan site. He left me with this map, in case his expedition never returned. I'll give you a pass as well. Usually, no one is allowed past the front lines. Does that mean you'll go?
Yes, I'll leave right now.
So Bhelen's victory means enough for you to risk your life. How interesting.
Rallying the dwarves already, huh? Okay. Feeling good, feeling good.
Lord Bhelen is a bad, bad man. Yes, very bad.
Nice. Convincing.
It'll be 2 years tomorrow. By all the holy sodding ancestors, how can you people just ignore that?
Branka didn't go alone, Ogren. She took the whole house, everybody but you. So just get over to Tapsters and drown yourself already. You know as well as I do that's how this always ends.
You think I'm afraid of some cub warrior who's barely off the teat? Ha!
You lift a weapon or attack a single citizen in Orzammar, and you're stripped of your caste and exiled. Even you can't have forgotten that. Get out of here before I call a guardsman.
Damn, that was that all about? Loyalinar?
Can you believe it? Ogren's barely even warrior caste anymore, and he just clomps in here like he's entitled.
Who's Ogren?
Ogren's
It's my Discord, sorry.
He comes up here 2-3 times a week, hounding people to lead some suicidal rescue mission after Branka. Gets quite violent about it. I'd be scared if they hadn't practically gelded him after he killed young Lord Mino.
What do you mean gelded him?
Well, he killed Lord Mino's youngest son in a duel to first blood. It was a huge scandal. Ogren should have been executed, but he'd won honors in the deep roads.
Damn.
Instead, they stripped him of all weapons and forbid him from engaging in fights within city limits. If he breaks the decree, he'll be exiled.
And who's Branka?
The only Paragon in the last
We know who
4
Branka is, but...
generations. Quite an honor for a girl from the Smith caste.
I should get going.
If you see any guardsmen, tell them Ogren was at it again.
Alright. Well, we learned about this Ogren fella. Give me 1 second. Let me close my Discord. Okay, we're back, gamers. Sorry. Let's continue on, shall we? We just learned about Some angry dwarven warrior. I guess we're going back to the commons. Can't remember where he said the other person would be. So let's check our journal. Show Lord Helmi and Lady Dace. So Lord Helmi can often be found at the Tapsters in the commons, which is here. What's going on here?
So, I've been hearing rumors that a certain wine merchant is falling behind on his payments.
I can't imagine what you mean. I paid my expenses.
What about the expenses your good friend Jarvia incurs when providing your protection?
Whoa.
It's not easy ensuring nothing bad happens, that no one decides to just burn everything in your store.
We're dealing with these guys.
My store! Please, I don't have much. Business isn't good. People are scared. Tell Jarvia I'll get her money.
Jarvia's not happy with your promises, old man. Now let's go inside and see what you've been holding back.
Yeah, I can't stand for that. Sorry. I'm making it my business, boys. What's going on here, fellas? Roger.
This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something.
Well, well, looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
Is there a problem here, friend? Are these men threatening you?
Please, don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like.
Then allow me to make some introductions. These are dangerous times in Orzammar, stranger. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection from the chaos. You're wearing some fancy stuff there. Might make you a target. So if you want the Carta's guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns. Or I can't say what might happen.
This guy's trying to give me a shakedown. Take a good look. Do you really want to start this?
You know what? I'm thinking I do.
It's go time, baby. It's what we train for. Immediately. Hit me with a whirlwind. Into a cut through everyone.
Okay, done with you now.
Hit the taunt.
Defend yourself.
This should be easy enough.
Oops.
This should be easy enough.
Roger, was it?
Right.
Easy peasy.
What have you done? Great ancestors, he's dead. In my store. I have to get out of here. I have to hide. Jarvia will hunt me down for this.
What do you know about this Jarvia?
I've never met her, of course. They say she never leaves Dusttown. That's the older area of the city where the casteless congregate. She's the one directing this depravity. Since good King Endrin died, they're getting bolder. I wouldn't be surprised if her men come after me in the Diamond Quarter itself.
What do you know about her, Carta?
A band of casteless thugs. They're to blame for all the crime in Orzammar these days. They're criminals, and the children of criminals. The ancestors themselves declared them irredeemable.
The caste divide is deep indeed.
These casteless, they're all the same. Beggars, thugs, and murderers, everyone. Actually, we shouldn't be talking here. I need to run.
He's just leaving. 91 silver on Roger. 17 on the boys. That guy's just gone now. Morrigan leveled up. And with the level up, we will put the points into magic. We will get another point in willpower. I kind of want to just leave her as a shapeshifter. She's got full shapeshifting capabilities, but now I'm leaning her more into... I like the idea of Death Siphon. She can siphon up the dead bodies nearby. She's like this primalist druid where she has like powers over the raw elements. She can shapeshift, and she's got some like shamanistic, druidistic magic with like shamanism, the death, and you know what I mean? That's the appeal and push of wizard that we're making Morrigan. She's not so much like, oh, I do fire magic, oh, I do ice magic. She's like a shaman druid mage. Like, she's interesting. Wynn is more of like this creation, rejuvenation magic mage. Morrigan is more of like a shape-shifting, primalist, shamanistic kind of druistic mage. And it's cool. I don't really love her druid forms, if I'm being honest. And as I say that, let's go back to the tactics. I think I'm just gonna choose, when I want her to go into the forms, I'll choose it myself. So if they're clustered with at least 3 enemies, hit them with Flame Blast and stay as a caster. Save it. Yeah, I'm happy with them now. And if I ever want to, like, you know, shapeshift with her, I'll just switch over to her and shapeshift. There are times where it'll be useful, like to have bear form and be able to go into the swarm of locusts, whatever it is, or spider form, but... Alright, we're looking for... Helmi. I knew I remembered that name.
I wasn't expecting you back. I guess you realize this is about the only fun in Orzammar?
I have news. Harrowmont is double dealing you and Lady Dace.
Oh, well, I'd ask for proof, or why you care, but frankly, I'm so tired of it I'm not even surprised anymore. I don't even want the land, but my house would kill me if I turned it down. Responsibilities, you know. Now I'll have to go through the whole process of rejecting the deal. And they'll both have to try something else. And I thought it was going to be a nice day.
So you'll switch your vote to Bhelen?
Otherwise, my whole house will be humiliated. Doesn't make a difference anyway, one's as bad as the next.
Alright. Now we just have to find Dagna's father, I guess. Which I think it was. Is it over here, Dusttown, or did she say? She said he was on an expedition on the deep roads, not Dusttown. Yeah. We need to go to the deep roads, not the Diamond Quarter. Down here. Hey, another nug.
What's this? An elf? I'm sorry, but I cannot allow you past the front lines without Adesha's permission.
Oh.
And I've heard nothing of any new patrols scheduled to leave today.
I'm on business. It's not technically Bhelen's business. Well, it kind of is. I'm on business for Bhelen. Would they like that? I'm on business for Bhelen. I have to find Lord Dace.
I see you have his daughter's seal, so I will not stop you. But be careful. Just because the beasts are pulled back from Orzammar doesn't mean there are any fewer in the deep roads. Either we finally have the edge, which I doubt, or the beasts are building up numbers for the next attack.
Actually, they've made their move on the surface.
The surface? But I thought the vermin never went up that far except
during blights. Ancestors save us if that's what's happening.
What do you know about Paragon Branka?
What anyone knows. She went out there with her entire house and she's never coming back.
You don't think maybe she's still there, Commander? She is a Paragon, after all.
And now she's an ancestor. No one lasts 2 years in the tunnels.
Are Darkspawn the only danger in these tunnels?
Of course not. Down here, you're bound to run into giant spiders, deep stalkers, and other vermin.
Deep stalkers.
Ugly beasts they are. Walk on 2 legs, but they have the head of a worm and hunt in packs.
Oh.
Watch out. They're not afraid to take on a group their own size.
Are there no dwarves past this point?
A few outposts. Legion of the Dead, mostly. Fools that they are. Some scavenger types, too.
Legion of the Dead?
It's an independent company of soldiers. They accept no command but their own.
That's so sick, God.
Can join, no matter his crimes or sanity. They hold a funeral when they join and swear their only goal is a glorious death.
I should go.
Best of luck.
That's so sick, man. The Legion of the Dead is fucking hard, man. I know I'm trying to work on my cussing, but they're hard. That's so cool. Okay. Aeducan Taig, I think is how you say that word. A Taig. So is a Taig just like a giant underground cavern made to like honor someone or something? Like I need to look into what a Taig is more. I think they explained it to me and I just kind of forgot. Let me stop drinking my water and actually lock in here. Oh shit.
What?
Oh no.
Yes. Let's get started. You're mine.
I actually let him jump on Morrigan there. Whoops.
If you were more careful, that wouldn't happen.
I'm sorry. We'll get you fixed up, don't worry. Lesser injury kit. She's good now, right? Yep, okay. Win. She is a spirit healer, and that's it. She has 1 more point, but I'm still keeping her just as a spirit healer. We'll go 1 in the willpower. And give me 2 in cunning. Or sorry, constitution. I want her to have a little bit of a health pool to be able to stay alive. Cleansing aura is cool. I also like the idea of haste. I like the idea of spell wisp. Spell shield is kind of cool. Although the spell also imposes a small penalty to attack and drains mana rapidly while in combat. The glyphs can be pretty cool. Arcane Shield could be nice for her. Let's go with Cleansing Aura. pull the bars down a smidge. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's fine. $18 silver. Some lifestone.
Let's get started.
51 silver. You know what? This one's going on for a while. Let's call it here, and we'll pick up in the next one. I'll see you guys there. Thanks for hanging out. Peace and love, and God bless, gamers.